ever do the outside.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Heather and Hem. Here's Hem.
Hi,
Good morning,
guys.
Hem. How are you?
Hello. Good morning. I'm good.
And today, both me and Hem are rebels because we're doing tea.
Tea. I can't show you my tea, but orange leaves in a cup.
It's leaves in a cup. You know what? Actually, Hem, it's like nighttime where you are, isn't it?
No, it's 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, 2 in the afternoon? Oh, I thought it was going to be wine. I thought that you had wine.
I'll give you wine. She thinks I'm a drunkard.
Well, happy
Every
Father's
time I
Day
meet
all the
Heather, I'm
dads.
drinking.
Oh my gosh. Look, hey, I think I'm so used to you drinking wine when I see you. No, okay. I'm so kidding.
She's telling my secrets. Don't listen to her. It's not true.
Do you see that trend that's going on? It's like you put your wine in a cup and you just go when you're in meetings so people think you have coffee, but it's really wine.
I need to know this secret. How did I not know this secret?
Yes, exactly.
The vodka thing, where you have your coffee, but you actually put like vodka in it or brandy in it or something.
Oh my gosh. And I'm not sure, like Meg's on. I'm not sure who that is.
Hi.
Okay. And Colleen,
hi, Colleen. Yeah, it says
they have rum chata. So have you ever had rum chata?
No, I told you I've never heard of it, remember?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Jay, Colleen, Meg, have you guys heard of rum chata? Because rum chata is like, it's not like a Bailey's. It's not that strong. It's very sweet and it's and they actually have creamers of rum chata. It's alcoholic that you can put in your coffee. And so, yeah, we can do it. Oh, good morning, Teresa. Okay.
Hello.
So today we're going to be doing, okay, that was Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Okay, I got your name now, Lisa. If they join in the Rise Into Your Power group and they don't give permission for StreamYard to show their name on Facebook page, then I can't see their name. So today we are going to do the weekly cards and we're going to do pick a card so that we can all get to our Father's Day gatherings and everything else we have to do and that kind of thing. So yeah, never had. Oh my goodness. Okay, Colleen's heard of rum chata. Everyone else hasn't. I am like, what? Okay. Oh, everyone. Oh, great. Hem. Not that I don't love you, Heather. Okay, if this
when we're together, though, it's fun. It is so much fun when we're together. If I could be on every week, I would. She'd be like, go away.
Have fun with Hem. Like, if this turns into have fun with Hem hour, then I'm going to have to quit, right?
No, you have to be there. We'll be both being a bit crazy and mad, and these guys will be like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh, and it's Lisa's birthday too.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, we were doing individual card pulls today, but okay, and Christine's like, happy to see you. Rum chata yum, finally. Nancy
Hey,
got
Christine. I'm trying to read them today, the comments, but I don't normally read them when I'm reading because I'm dyslexic. So whenever I try and read them, by the time I've worked out what you've said, they've well gone up.
Oh my gosh, yes. And then I get so ADD because then I read what someone wrote and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I want to talk about that, right? Yes. Okay, perfect. Oh wow, yeah, Gail, haven't seen you on there.
Okay.
I get to see you, love. I get to see your love. Ooh, I love you, Kim. Okay, so I think this is so awesome. Hem, actually, I'm not sure if you know this, but you picked out my favorite deck to use today.
Did I?
That's my favorite deck. And
well,
everyone knows what my favorite deck is.
Oh, I mustn't.
I think they do. So if you guys think you know what my favorite deck is, then you guys can write it or let me know if you know it. But it's my favorite deck, and I can't wait. I'm so excited.
No one's saying anything. Oh.
Yeah, there's a delay, so like sometimes we're already on talking about something else, and then everyone's still like over there.
Well, that was the thing when I watched your live. I did notice there's a delay, and I was like, "Oh, she's talking about something, but the comments are talking about something else."
Yes, it's so crazy. Okay, I'm not sure if anyone's gonna guess, but guess what? I have the same deck, right? And the angel cards. Ooh, so close, so close, right?
Nearly there.
One card just fell out of the deck, and I have to talk about it. I have to show it.
Got me.
Best friends. Like that's me and Hem. We keep on talking about how we're yin and yang, and what are the odds?
Normally she's got coffee and I've got tea.
Yes, exactly. But now we both got tea.
Because you're trying to be like me.
Yes. Isn't that amazing? I love it. True friends stick together no matter what.
So now so far away. Just so lovely.
All right, show them him.
Okay. Shall I show them?
You should.
Ta-da! Oh, I've got my light as well. I hate those lights because you can only see the light.
Yes. I love a lot of them. Like the starseed, like Rachel said, is beautiful and stuff. There you go. Tara said unicorn deck.
Woo!
Yep. Exactly. Yes. She got it. She should like get a prize.
Yeah, next time we should do something a bit different one time. But yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
Because I can give prizes too. So yeah.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah,
okay, we're gonna talk prizes next time. Okay. All right. Do you want to pull the card for Monday, or do you want me to? What do you think?
You go Monday.
You want me to do Monday? Okay.
You know why, don't you?
Yeah, this is so funny. It's been, I don't know, it feels like it's a while since I've been able to like shuffle cards, and it's really crazy because like as I'm shuffling it, right, it's like how they're coming up is kind of sporadic and kind of a little bit crazy. So definitely, I know we're only in retrograde for like 2 more days and stuff like that, but maybe these next 2 days is gonna be really crazy with technology. You know what I mean? Things not working out well and that kind of stuff is kind of something to put in the back of your mind for the next day or so. And look at this. So Monday is going to be curiosity, right?
Oh,
and it's so funny because literally the very first words down here say, start a project related to something you're curious about. And that is like the number one no-no in Mercury retrograde is to actually start something new. It's better to finish something that you started. But I think that this is also just like spirit coming in and saying, hey, you know what? The energy is going to get a little bit better, hopefully a little bit more calmer. At least you'll have a little better of a grasp going into like the middle and the end of next week. But this is also talking about do you get it? And then it's like really like finding out what you like to do and then start to do something about it, you know? So it's like, you know, starting something that brings you joy, something that you love. Like the other day, yesterday, my sister-in-law got us these paint brushes, and then you paint, but it's like you only use water and then the color comes out onto the paper. And it was so cool. And it's like, do something like that because it gets you out of the zone. It decreases stress. You know what I mean? It just makes you feel a little bit better, right? So this is going to be our homework. And I'm putting the Rise into Your Power group too, because I want to know what you guys are going to do. You guys have to look into something. You have to do something that you've never done before that maybe you're curious about. Even something small like coloring books, you know, going kayaking, going for a walk in somewhere you've never been, that kind of thing.
I love that. Yeah, I'd say just, I love what you're in your teacher mode, by the way, because like, I'm going to do some homework.
Yes. I want to write that down too. I got to remember homework.
So I can see this kind of, and I said this about the new moon on one of my posts, and it was basically, it's about this, we're really in an energy of being curious at the moment, and it's about trying anything that you want to, that you haven't before, because when Mercury retrograde does go back round, we're then going to move straight into full moon. So then that's going to bring us to the 10th anyway of July. So this is the time to look at things you're interested in and give them a little bit of a go. And it's not necessarily starting as such. It's more like just having those ideas, bringing those things to fruition. What do I want to do? Do I want to start yoga? Do I want to do art classes? You know, do I want to do something different with my life? And also being curious about the things that have come up for you. Like I keep getting this sensation of there's so much information being given to all of us at the moment, but we're just ignoring it. So just be curious about those little nudges that you're getting, and maybe, like Heather said, just write them down and go, okay, what's that mean for me? Would it be something I'd like to try? And really get curious about yourself as well, about everything that you're thinking, feeling, saying, all of that as well.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Oh, perfect. I didn't do that. I've got this all the way around.
Oh my gosh.
So can I have a card? Ooh. Oh. Tuesday's card's lovely. There you go. You see it? Love heals fear. And it says the power of your love can help bullies and angry people to be less afraid. I think this is so interesting that we've got this for Tuesday, because we actually do come out of Mercury retrograde. That is the day. And also we are in quite a toxic energy just in general. And literally, I was reading something about love, the whole love thing the other day, and they were saying that if we can all just tap into our love aspect and keep coming from that loving aspect, even if you have to say something that seems difficult, as long as you come from that higher energy, that loving aspect, you can really give people that growth message without having to say it. You know, sometimes we think, oh, that person would be so much better if they did this, but they're really guarded against that. And if you said it to them, they get upset. The other way of approaching it is to say it in a loving aspect, and then they don't really realize you've said it, and they think often that it's their idea, but it really helps them. This isn't to manipulate or to coerce, because we don't do that, right? We come from a loving aspect, and that's what this is about, coming from a deep loving aspect of yourself. The other thing I'm seeing, which I'm really seeing, because obviously you've got the unicorn, and I don't know what animal is that. Someone help me.
Oh, is that a
someone? What animal is it? I'm so fucking.
Is that a female lion or
Is it? Anyone?
It's not a panther.
Well, whatever it is, I'm getting that strong cat energy anyway, and I should have gone with that, right? Because that's what they were telling me. Now they're laughing with the fact that I was trying to name it. But they were saying go with that strong cat energy. You know how cats are? They know what they want. They don't like to be. They don't like to be embarrassed. They don't like to be. They're very independent. Is go with that independent love within your mountain lion. Thank you, Teresa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be that mountain lion, be that love that comes from that sort of strength, that almost warm, unconditional loving part of yourself.
Yes, exactly. And it kind of makes sense to me that it's like the mountain lion, like I want to say versus the unicorn, you know, because so many of us either been hurt, you know what I mean? We have like a block that's up that, you know, I know for me, when I'm really hurt, I go ahead and I get angry first, you know, and then beyond it, I am really, really sad, right? And then, yes, it's like, okay, try to melt some of these barriers down and actually feel that true emotion, the true emotion that's making you feel that way, which is the hurt, and come from that place, especially when you're talking to someone, because I know with my husband, I get angry. But I'm like, I'm actually really hurt. But once I show him that hurt, and especially if I cry, then all of a sudden, then he's like, okay, he responds better when I come from a place of love as opposed to a place of anger, which anger I feel is more related to fear. You know what I mean? Because we're trying hard not to get people to see, you know, our true self, our true feelings, you know, that kind of stuff. We're trying to stop ourselves from being hurt. But we have to come from that place of love, just like you said, like the inside, you know what I mean? That deeper places of us, you know? So I love that that's coming from Tuesday, especially like you said, we're getting out of the retrograde.
It is gorgeous.
Do you think it's a cougar?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know cats, okay? I know 2 types of cats, okay? Well, a couple of cats. I can do leopards, right? No, not
I know, it's like
I don't know.
we don't know our animals.
Look, I don't claim to know everything. I honestly don't claim to know hardly anything.
Like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. And I know that I said that there might be a little bit more of a calmer energy in the week, but I really don't think so. Not unless like you have just learned to go with the flow, right? Just learn this week that things are just going to happen as they will, right? Don't try and get caught up in things, and don't try to control things, and just allow what's to happen, because then if not, you're going to have a really stressful week. Okay.
Yeah, I think be careful of the.
See, I thought a lioness too.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, look, I'm going to find out what that is, and next time I come on, we will talk about it. But be careful of protection energy as well. I think we're all trying so hard to protect ourselves. We need to be a little bit more open to being our true selves and not protecting so much, maybe.
Oh my gosh, I think you're right there, right? Totally agree with that. But I already pulled the card for Wednesday, you guys, and I'm annoyed. Like, I don't think that I ever pulled this card out of this deck, okay? You ready? Water. Like, we need another reminder to drink water, right? Oh, but wait a second. Did you say that the full moon is on Wednesday?
Thursday, I think. Thursday is the
full Thursday. Okay. Because to me, like, I'm underneath this, like, big, huge, like, I don't know, inside of my head, it's like people who think that we are not affected by like the full moon is freaking crazy, right? Because look at high tide, right? High tide is the moon, you know what I mean, pulling the water up, right? It's that magnetic force, and we are like what, 90% water or something like that. That's what's made up in our body, or 70 or 90%. It's a lot of water, right? And so it's like for us to feel like we're not affected, it's like how can we not be affected by that moon?
Yeah.
So I think it's another thing with with Wednesday, I know the full moon's on Thursday, but kind of getting prepared for that full moon, you know what I mean? In addition to going ahead and drinking some of that water that you need, you know what I mean? Because it's really going to help you, with your body and flushing out some of the yuckiness. And that's also going to help with spirit communication too, by the way, right? Because the more like cleansed your vessel is, then the better that you can hear, the better you can get your senses back. In fact, I know you know this, I think everyone else knows this too, is that I don't smell. Like I haven't been able to smell. So if I smell something, it's like spirit related, right? But I've been on a juice fast now for almost 7 days. So drinking nothing but fresh vegetable juice and not smoothies, right? I think we talked about that. No smoothies, it's a juice fast, right? And I can smell. It bothers me really, really bad. And so isn't that kind of funny? I just thought that I would tell you guys that. So like I'm detoxifying too. And because of that, I probably will have better spirit communication too, because now I might be able to smell a little bit more during, readings or, sessions that I have. But that's what I get for that.
That's interesting. Well, I don't know, because I know here in the UK that it's Thursday, so I don't know what time the moon is. So it could be Wednesday through to Thursday.
Ooh.
Could have some impact. I don't know, but yeah, what I'm getting for Wednesday is that it might be if we get the chance to be near water, actually, if we can be, because I'm getting this energy of water being around us because it's a very soothing thing. And even if you're just taking a bath or a shower, I'm feeling this energy of actually almost cleansing that Mercury retrograde off of us, if I can say it right, in that sense of removing anything that's no good for you. So take one of those showers where you imagine light going all over you, or do something like that, and also hydrate a lot that day. But I'm really getting this energy of this water being something that needs to soothe you. So even if you're listening to those lovely meditation musics where there's water trickling, listen to something like that. This is about removing ourselves from this very heavy energy that we're in, so that we can start to move. We've got some time, we've got a bit of time, but we can move ourselves into the energy of the next new moon, which will then lift us back up again, because it's been quite heavy. The way it's been, we're having a new moon in the middle of, when you have a new moon in the middle of a Mercury retrograde, that doesn't really give you that bringing things in. So it's just about releasing that almost toxicity that the body tends to carry during these times.
Yeah. And I like to Tara's like, could we just need some time at the beach? Yes.
Yeah, I wish I could. That's lovely. I love it.
You don't have beaches. Well,
but I'm not near. Well, I am near one, but I can't get to one at the moment. And I'm just, I want to live by the sea, so it's like 10 minutes walk.
Oh my gosh, that would seem
that's
so
what
amazing.
I want.
Yes. So like I love how you talked about I call them divine showers, right? As in, you're imagining the golden light around, all over you, and it just washes everything away into the drain. Like, I'll be honest with you, that's like the number one reason why I always shower. And sometimes I shower twice a day because I'm like, I can feel the energy being stuck on me. And like, I have sage spray and things like that, but it's like, I just love the shower. And so that's why I actually shower a lot, is because I just love that feeling of just getting rid of anything that doesn't serve me well in the shower.
That's lovely. And it's funny that you say it, because I said to myself this morning, I'm going to have 2 showers today.
Are you serious?
I did. And I don't even know why. And then you've mentioned 2 showers.
See? Oh my gosh. See, everything happens for a reason. Okay. This is so good. All right. Give us a card for Thursday.
So Thursday's card is very soon. And it says, what you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. So if you guys have got something that you've been thinking about, I'm going to try and hold it up. So if you guys have got something you've been thinking about, this is the message to you that it is coming to you. And actually, to be honest, it's probably for me as well, because I've been saying, what's going on to Spirit, and saying, why are you giving me all these clues, but never really taking me down that road? But they were saying we just had to wait for a while. We had to wait for a reason, because they needed to put all the blocks in place. Over the last 4 to 6 weeks, we've actually been in a place where they've had to move things around because there was a change in what was happening. Whenever I do readings, I always say to people, it's like we don't have one future, we have probable futures, right? Now, because of this, it's not all written in stone as such. I mean, obviously there is free will and stuff like that and divine will, but there are also, love this thing, I'm rubbish with it. But there's, I'm sorry. But yeah, so it's literally to recognize that you are going to start opening to the message of the change. So it's about listening to really listening to what's coming for you. And they're going to be really being messengers at the moment. I really am rubbish with this light. I'm sorry, guys. I can't get it so you can see it and that I can hold it still. But yeah, so they're saying to me to like listen to them at the moment because I'm not listening. And so they're saying, look, really soon what's about to happen is a doorway is going to open for you. It's going to be a really small light. Is that why they're showing the light to you? Probably. There's going to be a really small light. And they're saying in that light is where the change is. And you have to be willing to see it because it's going to be like a flash. So if you miss it, you're going to miss it. So really start taking notice because they're about to bring the signs and the symbols forward now because we are moving out of this energy. So it will be in these next few weeks where they're starting to bring those signs to you to show you that what you've been wanting can transpire. Oh, and they're also saying it may not be in the way that you thought. So you need to be open to anything at all. So there you go.
I totally, 100% everything that you said, so just kind of like shake off any kind of stress, right? Just kind of be like, okay, it's coming, right? Just know that what you have been praying for, what you've been asking for, like Spirit has heard, right? So it's like, you're going to see some of that movement. You just have to have a patience just a little while longer, right? So if you were coming on today and you were really wondering, like, when the heck is this going to happen? Like, when am I going to start this new job? They haven't called me back yet, or anything like that. This is probably a sign for you saying, hey, just be a little more patient. Things are falling into place. But you kind of already said that, so.
It's cool. Oh, and the other thing, actually, I just want to say while I'm looking at it, because they were saying about the light, and look, it's there. That small light will start the message off for you. You will see it. Yeah, you will see it. It will look like the clouds have moved, and you can just see that glimmer of hope. So, yeah.
Sorry, I want to see if a different card will come up for Friday. Okay. I'll tell you guys what the card it was for Friday. I just want to make sure that if I can get a different card. Okay. Phew! Okay, so I'll be honest with you. The very first card that came up for me for Friday was exercise. Okay, so
exercise.
So I started thinking, I'm like, is this for me? Like, did I set the intention to pick a card just for me, or is it for everyone? Which I've been doing good, but I didn't exercise all last week because I started that juice fast, and sometimes you won't have a lot of energy, right? So I just really wanted to put my focus on, just doing the juice fast. So yeah, so everyone, we know we have to exercise. We know we got the water thing, so we got to keep up with that. But I did pull another card. And it is my favorite card in the entire deck. And it is, well, actually, sorry. It might be my favorite. It might be my second favorite. I don't know, because I love this one even more now. And it's love from your parents.
Oh.
So I think it's like, the exercise one is for half of us. And then like for the other half is like love from your parents. So if you have a parent on the other side, if you have, or someone who was like a parent that really took care of you and, really wanted to protect you and be there for you, this is the sign from them saying, hey, I am with you. And I love it says, no matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. So it's like, they're probably showing you those signs, whether or not that you see it or not. And they are totally with you. So keep on asking them questions and that kind of thing. Right. And it's also kind of like saying too, I'm also getting something else, is that even if your parents are alive and maybe they are not like the best person, or, you're having issues with them and stuff like that, just know that, they are your parents, but they're also a soul that's learning and growing on their own path. And so it's like, kind of look at them, that they don't know everything, what I mean? They have their own journey too. And you are teaching them as much as they try to teach you. And then it's like, even though they might not have showed you the love and told you the things that you needed to really hear, or maybe they told you stuff that you heard that you did not need to hear, right? That totally messed you up, right? Just know that on their soul level, they were filling whatever soul contracts they had with you, and they were doing honestly like the best that they could for what they had in that time, right? Look at them from a different point of view. Look at them as a teacher. And sometimes our worst teachers that we hate in school, the ones that, push us and are kind of mean and stuff like that, those are the ones that we remember, and those are the ones that we remember the most information from, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful. So because it's Dad's Day as well, like it's Father's Day today, so I think there's also a kind of message in there.
I totally forgot.
Yeah. So yeah, just to connect into that loving energy, and to also remember that when we chose our parents, because we chose them, we chose them for those specific reasons. So we'd go through those difficult things. Like for myself, for example, I would never be doing what I do. I teach like self-love and stuff, and I would never be doing it if I hadn't gone through the difficulties with my family of origin, because how could I have known how that was going to feel like if I'd had this perfect family that was always lovely and amazing all the time? And it's nothing against them. I just think that we need those reminders, and they are, like Heather said, they're our biggest teachers. But our parents are our parents, and we only have those parents. So it's about loving that aspect. And you know, the other thing is, and it's something I've had to tell myself quite a lot recently, I chose them for a reason, and I have to forgive and trust and love myself that I made a right choice. And sometimes so honed into, oh man, this is this, and my parents this, and it's been so difficult. We forget the fact that there must be something within us that we need to heal, and because we are the ones that made these choices, and we are also the one that needs to self-forgive and not feel angry with ourselves, because then you're not going to get that stuff from your parents as much anyway. You're not going to feel any of those sort of aches and pains because you'll have grown through those learning curves that you needed to have. So yeah, I think that. But yeah, definitely the Dad's Day thing. I think it's just a little bit of a loving message that, you know, our parents are there for us and it's all good. It's all good.
I totally didn't even think of that. Like, oh my gosh, it's Father's Day. So definitely if you have a father in spirit, like I feel like that sign can't get any more clear, you know? So I'm right there with you. Okay. Great, Hem. Thank you. I'm so happy you remember that. Okay, so did you want to do the same card deck for pick a card, or did you want to do another deck?
We can do this one. We didn't look at any of the others, did we, anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to choose 2 cards and I'll choose 2 cards?
Yeah, let's do it like that. That's different. That's cool. Yeah, like
okay.
That.
And I put them face down, so I get a. What'd you do?
You know, because you said that I was drinking today, I feel like I have been.
Oh my gosh! And I don't look at the cards, so because I can get my own reading too. Right? I'm a little. I'm
going to do it too. I'm not going to look unless they show me them. Remember last time they showed me the cards, and today they've shown me one of the cards and not the other one.
Dude, so I don't want one of mine now. I want one of yours.
And they actually threw out 2 cards. I know.
Okay. All right.
Right. Okay. So how are we going to do this? How are we going to number them?
Oh, yeah.
Do we think that?
Oh my gosh, Diane's like, what's in your teas, girls? You know what I mean? You guys are really happy today. It is so hilarious. Okay, so your cards, one of them is going to be 1 and 2, and then mine are going to be 3 and 4. Okay? All right. So everyone, it is pick a card time now. Are you ready? You can set the intention to get a question answered or just get a general message that you need to know right now for your highest good. Okay, and Hem has card 1 and 2, and I have card 3 and 4. So you just want to take a deep breath and let it out. And you can even practice that yes or no sign that we practiced this past week. And try and feel that yes, which card is really meant for you. So we have card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4. I'm going to say it again, and just in case, one of them sounds a little differently, see how it feels in your body. You give me images when I say the cards' names. So it's card 1, card 2, card 3, and card 4.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and when you get your card number, you can put it in the comments. Okay, so do you like one of my cards, Hem?
Yeah, I've got 2 actually. I've got 1 from mine, 1 from yours.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah,
That's
me too. Wait. I have number 2 from you and number 4 for me. What do you have?
2 and 4.
No, I had a feeling. How do we
do that? It's so weird. It's just so weird. I just don't know how we do it. It's so weird.
I'm picking 1 and 2, Diane. Okay.
So
I think a lot of people got 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Erica's got 3.
Okay. This is so cool.
Cool.
Okay. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm excited though.
Ready?
I'm ready.
The first Oh, I love this card. It's beautiful, this card. It's okay to be different.
This card one.
You don't need to be like everyone else. You're perfect just as you are. You know, there is such a thing, isn't there, in this world that we live in, for us to be the same as everybody else, to make the same decisions as everybody else, to follow the line like everybody else, to not think unless we're thinking like everybody else. You know, I really do think we're in the energy of being our full, true selves. How can we live in a beautiful spiritual way and recognize that part within us if we are so busy trying to follow the current narrative or try and be like other people expect us to be? To be honest, that's a big one. People expecting you to be a particular way, and if you're not, treating you in a way that is not particularly nice. You know what? Look at it this way. If you're being your beautiful, true, honest self and someone isn't liking you or good to you, then walk away from those people. They don't need you in their lives because they don't deserve you. Because you, as your brilliant, true, gorgeous self, that's the person that people should be loving and seeing. You know, I'm going to tell you a secret about myself, and it's one of my, well, it's a major thing I've done over my life. You know, with every different set of people I ever saw, I was always trying to be the person they liked. So I was never myself, ever. It was always, oh, these people like me to be like this, and these people like me to be like this. And I kept trying to be this person that they wanted all the time. It's exhausting, guys. When you're doing that, you're losing yourself. Never do it. Never, ever do it. I don't do it anymore. None of us need to do it because you're perfect as you are. Really perfect as you are.
And I'll just add too, it's like kind of something that was being told to me as you were talking too. And it's like, we're made to be different. We're not made to conform. You know what I mean? It's like you were here for you're stuck in the divine, having your own unique experience. You're supposed to be unique, you know? And it's like, for me, I love friends that are different and friends that are, you know what I mean, bring something different to the table. So if you have a different point of view, don't be pushing yourself down and your opinions and your thoughts on it. Be nice and be like, you know what? I see it from a different point of view. And that's how people learn and grow with each other. And then, don't you just love that? So
cool.
I love that one. Yeah. So if you guys chose one, I love it.
Yeah, well, I love that I wish I chose one. So nice.
Yes. See, oh my gosh. I love it.
So here's number 2. Oh, wow. I love this card.
That's my favorite card in the deck besides Love Your Parents. You guys know this. So Tara, you've been on the ball. You know that this is my favorite card in the deck. Like, and then Love Your Parents now has been like getting up there because of my mom. Okay, go ahead. I love this card.
Something very good is about to happen, right? Well, for both of us, I love this. And you know what's so cute about it? Because obviously the little girl's there. I'm feeling like, you know, all of us have got this card. It's like we're like little kids going, yay!
Okay, who has watched Puff the Magic Dragon when they were kids, right? That kind of reminds me of it. Have you ever watched it? And it's little Johnny Paper or whatever, and then the dragon comes to the window and then takes him on this adventure to Holly Lee. You guys don't remember that? And that's another thing that reminds me of, right? But it's a girl instead of a boy, and it's a unicorn instead of a dragon. Thank you. Sharing you like this morning. Yes. Okay, go ahead. Didn't interrupt you.
But yeah, so I'm getting, it's really hard because I picked this card, so it's really hard when it's my card because I'm like, I want it to be, it's all amazing and it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to get everything right. But no, I've got this really beautiful sense and I'm getting this really strong energy of it's not something you know, but it's going to be so amazingly beautiful that you are going to be so astounded by it. You know, it's really funny. Spirit are always telling me this, and they're always constantly, the angels are always saying, look, sometimes you guys think a surprise is a present or money. And they go, no. Sometimes the surprise is you get a real deep clarity about your life, or you find out the truth about someone you thought you really loved. Actually, they love you even more than you thought, and it's so amazing and it's really good. But you find these things out, and it's about stepping into this happiness as well. I've got this real strong sense this is about happiness as well, really connecting to your happiness and being surprised at what you are, who you are, right? The best you that you can be. How amazing is it when you're truly authentically being yourself? And it's back to similar to the other card, right? But I'm getting this sense of sunshine. Like, you know, when I do my yes and no, actually, my yes is sunshine. I can see like bright sunshine. And so I'm getting this sense of sunshine. This is so beautiful for you. This surprise is so, honestly, do you know what? Because it's overwhelming me a little bit, because I feel like it's going to be so profound for you and for me, because obviously I picked it as well, and for him, because I just feel like it's going to be something that you just didn't expect either. Obviously it's a surprise, but you didn't expect it at all. To be really, and keep your eyes open.
Yeah, and I also want to say too, just remember that like if something comes to you that's unexpected, and even if it's small, be grateful and check that as a surprise, because then you get more and more of that, you know? So if all of a sudden like you get a check and it's only for like $7 and you're like, oh, but it's only $7. No, be like, that's freaking amazing. That's a Starbucks. That's Starbucks, you know? Like, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? It's like, bam, this is whatever, you know, a meal or something like that. And I just have to tell you one more thing, because a couple people remember Puff the Magic Dragon. I'm so sorry. I just have to tell you this really quick, because I was obsessed with Puff the Magic Dragon growing up, and I put it on repeat. Meanwhile, my brother was obsessed with Top Gun. So he would watch Top Gun on repeat, right? But he was a little brat. So anytime that Top Gun came on, even if he wasn't watching it, he wouldn't let me turn it off to watch Puff the Magic Dragon, right? So one day I did something really bad. Like I never ever did anything bad. This day I did something bad. And I went ahead and I took the Puff the Magic Dragon VHS tape and I put it in the Top Gun thing, right? Because when he went to go put it on Top Gun, it would be Puff the Magic Dragon. Then I would throw the fit, and then we have to watch Puff the Magic Dragon now. You like them apples, right? Well, guess what? I totally forgot that I did that one day, and I went ahead and the Puff the Magic Dragon had Top Gun in there, and I didn't know, and I accidentally put in Top Gun, and then I had to sit there and watch Top Gun again. Well, so it kind of backfired on me. So it was a surprise.
I can't believe you brought up Top Gun, because I was thinking of it last night and thinking I must watch Top Gun.
No way. See, and I debated about telling that story, and I'm like, no, I have to tell it.
That's so cool. I love it.
He had a happy surprise, so maybe your surprise won't be good for someone else. You know what I mean? Like the surprise was good for my brother, not so good for me. Oh my god! So before I look at these cards, I just think it's so funny. Like, what if we pulled the same cards? That'd be so cool, or at least one of the same cards. Oh my god!
Do you know, I was sitting here earlier thinking, what? Because we use the same deck. What if we pull the same cards? And everyone's gonna be like, "Come on, you go."
Okay. I looked at them; they're not the same cards. But what I think is so incredibly funny, and it's so funny. I want to see who, because I know that someone chose number 3, and it totally stood out to me, and I was like, "Wow!" Right? Sorry, guys, if you chose number 3, it says "love from your parents."
Oh, how weird!
So, and it's so funny because Rachel, I know that her dad is in heaven right now too, and it's Father's Day. And I want to say Erica literally said 3 for me, ! Right? And guess what? Her dad is also passed, right? Yeah. And I think this might be his first Father's Day gone. Let me know, Erica, if I get that right. So if you oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
So I just think I think this totally is bang on for so many. Yes. Okay. So this is totally a sign. So this is like the 2-for-1 sign, right?
Yeah.
For any of those parents that are passed on, right? Especially if you have a father, but if not, like mom's coming by and saying hi too. And look at this. Christine's like me and my parents. So Christine, you just said me and my parents are passed.
Here, Christine.
Oh, okay. I get it. Me. And like me, as in I chose number 3. I was like, Christine, I don't think you're passed. I'm so sorry. Doesn't it? She said me and my parents are passed, so it kind of like sorry Christine.
Oh, that
was so funny. And so yeah, and it is her first Erica's dad's first day in heaven, first Father's Day in heaven, right? And then I know some people are having issues with their parents, right? Their relationship and that kind of thing too. So this is kind of like we talked about, is that they're doing the best that they can. There's some kind of teacher for you. And it's like, believe me, with my parents too, it's like it's not like they were like all awesome and stuff like that. And now I'm trying to look at them as more from a teacher standpoint. And because they are who they are, I was able to learn what I learned and become who I became. And it's like, you know, especially like, I just have to say this really quick. I have had such trauma in my life and so many horrible challenges, and it just kept on snowballing and snowballing. And then you get to the point where you're almost in that victim state where it's like, why me, why me, why me, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like, if I would have seen my teachers, like everyone saying, don't listen to yourself, don't listen to yourself, don't listen to yourself, right? But the thing is that they were doing that reverse psychology, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't know they were doing it, but it's like, you know, you can only get hurt so much listening to other people.
Sure.
And saying, hey, don't listen to yourself, until, guess what? I started listening to myself, and that's when the trauma and the challenges and the craziness stopped, and that's when my life started getting better. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Might have to think about it, but yes.
No, it does. Yeah. So it's also confirmation, and I'm getting, actually, it's quite interesting because they're saying to me that it's come back up for a reason, because the energy around it is that it's masculine energy, so granddads, dads, it's the energy of those people that has come forward. So if you have anyone in spirit that is of that, they're saying hello right now to you, and they're also sending deep love, because they get that we're in a really rocky space at the moment on Earth as a whole. And funnily enough, I've been having this really weird energy going on. We're talking with the angels, and they've been explaining that there was a lot of us had different opportunities near the phase of when we moved into all of this. And this message here is the fact that all our ancestors, loved ones, are holding us at the moment. They are holding our energy so we can cope, because this has got to be one of the toughest things ever to happen to humankind in history. And they're saying that their energy is with us. So they're saying they're with us, they're there, they're always going to be there. And this actually even works for those who are alive. Their energy is always with you, even if they were tricky parents or difficult parents. Like mine aren't the loveliest, and I love my parents, but sometimes we have troubles, right? But they always love you, and they always hold you in that energy. And it's that energy that you need to tap into, that we need to tap into as a whole. So yeah, I love it.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I just think it's so amazing that card came up twice too on Father's Day. And I love that some of the people who are able to, you know, get that number 3 is just like more confirmation. It's like, oh my gosh, if I was a spirit, just picture yourself as a spirit, by the way. And if you were trying to get a message across to a loved one, right? Wouldn't you be going crazy? Like, I had this card come up. Did they get it? Okay, I put number 3 in their head. They chose number 3. They're still doubting that I'm here. What else can I do? I sent them coins. I made the radio different. Like, what else would you do? And then
I made the telly louder.
Yes, and it's like, you know, it's like you might drive the freaking the spirit crazy, because they're like, what else can I do? You know. So okay.
There's another interesting point. I just want to make it really quickly. You know, you said, what if you chose the same cards? You said that just before you looked at them, and there was a double card. You didn't the same cards, but there was a double card.
To me.
Yeah, it's a double message.
It didn't even occur to me. I have like, I don't know if it's like ADD or whatever, but yeah, and that stuff happens to me all the time. Like I have someone else tell me they're like, what I said came true, you know? And it's like, oh, I totally forgot that I even said that. You know what I mean? So it's so funny. So that's the thing, is like when I ask for signs, I literally write them down, because I will forget that I asked for them, or I will forget. Yeah. Right, you know, and then
I don't even know.
Yeah, and then like I'll do like yes and no, like cow for this or fox for that, you know, but then I forget which one was which. And then I'm like, wait, was that for a yes or was that for a no? I don't know. So it's like I have to like literally write it down, right? So now this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be funny for us. Okay, so card 4 is finish what you started.
Ooh, I know this is telling us that. Yeah.
This is me 1000%. I am constantly just creating something new, throwing it away. You know what I mean? Like not even finishing it. Like even when I was younger, I wrote books all the time. I wrote stories. Like, I mean, probably hundreds, right? And you know how many of those that I actually finished? Like I would just get to the good parts that I wanted to write, and then I would just stop. Like I don't even care. I know what the ending is. It doesn't matter. No one else is going to read them, you know? So, but yes, I have a lot of stuff that I have that I have started and then I stopped, right? But here's another thing too, is that I'm not sure if anyone else can relate here, but sometimes what happens is that I have this big idea. I'm really, really excited about it. And then I start it. And then, I'm really excited about it. But then maybe I'm like sitting down watching TV that night and all of a sudden the fear creeps in, and maybe you start thinking like, oh, this isn't good, or this is not good enough, or who am I to do this? Or why should I do this? Or I can't do this. You know what I mean? I don't have enough time and stuff like that. And you start going down that rabbit hole, right? There's no need to go down the rabbit hole. Let's just keep on coming back up. Just finish it this one time, right? And it's almost like if you fail, if you suck at it, if you end up thinking that it's not good enough, at least you know a way where it doesn't work or doesn't work for you, But I don't know. Go ahead, Hem.
I love that though. I love that. And it's really funny because I'm actually similar in the sense that I really find it hard sometimes if I think something isn't going to work, and I always want to go, oh, this isn't going to work. So why bother finishing it? I'm not going to finish it. But actually, I've been told a really big message this week, actually, funnily enough. The angels and spirits said to me, think of what you've learned from completing that task. And it is true. Like I wrote my book and I tried to get it published with a big publisher and they weren't interested. And I got upset. And then what the spirit kept saying to me is it doesn't matter, because think of the big thing that you did all on your own and you actually committed to it. And it's about having that commitment, because actually when you commit to finish what you've started, you commit to yourself.
Yes.
It's true, honest, open commitment to yourself. And once you step into that honest, open commitment to yourself, what starts to happen is you are actually then committed to everything in your life. It helps you to commit to your other half. It helps you to commit to your life. It helps you to commit to your job. You don't realize how actually just something really simple can actually have a knock-on effect for all the things that we're doing as such.
Oh
and
my
I'm
gosh.
terrible for it. No, you got something else. Go on.
I'm so sorry. No, it's like as you were talking and then it came to me too. It's like my juice fast too, right? Because I'm on a juice fast and it's like, I feel like it's actually helping me out. And so kind of like what you're saying, you're committing to yourself and I should just keep on going with it, sorry. It's just kind of like hit me.
That's right. No, everything's right here. And for me, even like it's this kind of, I know actually, like, Heather was talking about all the books, like she's writing all these stories and she's not finishing them. I did the same thing. And I even got rid of mine. I threw them away. And one of them I regret throwing it away. And this is the thing. It's about really committing to who you are. And the other thing I'm kind of getting as well is this, when we start something and then we drop it, but we have that kind of niggle that we should complete it, then we create a guilt story within ourselves. And that guilt story then carries through to our next activity and then our next activity. So this is never me saying you have to finish everything you do, because I don't believe fully in that. There has to be times where sometimes you say, no, I'm done with this. It's not going to work. Okay. But there are also times we have to recognize, yes, this is the thing I complete because it's going to give me something. I will see it at the end. But it's about knowing your spiritual self so you can hear the message of what is right for you and what isn't right for you, and really getting when your gut is telling you yes or no, so you know if it's something to keep going with or something to stop doing.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. Yes. I love that. I think it's I love it. Like, I didn't pick that one, And then days like this, let yourselves out before even trying.
It's true, actually. It is. We do. We don't even try, and then we think, no, it's never going to work. I can't do it.
Oh yeah, like I'm such a big one for that. Like, and I'm such a big idea person, and then I'm like, no. Like I do it, and then I'm like, no, why did I do that? So yes, for sure. Oh my gosh, well, I had so much fun with you, Hem. I think this is going to be a great week.
I think so. I think for everyone, I think this is going to be a really good week. I think clarity is going to come out of almost confusion. So everyone's going to feel so much better. You're going to feel like the clouds are lifting and the sun's starting to shine down on you. So,
yes. I think that's awesome that we got to start our week off with you. So I want to thank you for coming in and being here with us.
You're welcome, sweetie.
And I want to thank everyone for coming in. We had so much fun hanging out with you today. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. Yeah. You guys have a good week, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.